Everyone, if there's a picture of you, the love and memories that have lasted my whole life. And have you ever had the experience of bringing back the regret you missed? Today, an old man who's been taking pictures all his life and leaving people's memories. Finally, it's a miraculous story of meeting a loved one again. A small village in Chungcheong province, the Yongjin photo studio with a faded sign hanging on the street. Choi Youngjin, the old man who is over 80 this year. I've been taking pictures there for half a century. A child's first birthday party, an ID photo of young people, a wedding commemorative photo, a group photo of the 60th birthday party. It was a place where the lives of the villagers were captured intact. But times have changed. People took pictures with their cell phones. The photo studio has been closed for a long time because of the lack of customers. Youngjin just opened the door every day like a habit. I put together old cameras and messy albums. The biggest reason why Youngjin has been protecting the photo studio is because of the quietness of his late wife. Young-suk didn't like being photographed in her lifetime. I always turned my head when I held the camera. Honey, I feel awkward taking pictures. You just have to remember me with my own eyes. So there were few pictures of the two together. Youngjin always felt sorry for it. Why was he so stubborn at the time? I'd like to have just one more now. On his desk, the only remaining black and white wedding photos were placed. One day, Youngjin, who was organizing the back warehouse of the photo studio, I found a box full of dust. There were dozens of old film cans in the box. They were kept because customers didn't visit. One of them, a familiar writing caught my eye. 1974 quiet. Youngjin's heart seemed to stop for a moment. No way. He took out the film with his trembling hand. Youngjin turned on the darkroom light for the first time in a long time. A red light shines through the darkness. The smell of developer filled the space. I started developing the film with my trembling hands. A silhouette creeping up on the water. A young woman with her hair neatly combed. And a shy, smiling face. Quiet! Youngjin burst into tears, the image of my wife's youth that I really wanted. It was what remained in the last film. Youngjin, who was looking at the picture, I felt as if I was around Jung-suk. Honey, why did you show up now? He showed an active mumble. Jung-suk in the picture didn't answer. The smile seemed to say this, Honey, I've always been by your side. Youngjin held the picture in her heart. I couldn't close my eyes all night. A few days later, granddaughter So-eun came to play. So-eun, who saw her wife in the picture, asked, Grandpa, who is this pretty person? Youngjin replied with a smile, It's someone I've loved all my life. It's your grandmother. So-eun said with her eyes wide open, Grandpa, please take a picture of me too. I also want to be left this long. It's been a while since Youngjin said that. I pressed the camera shutter. Youngjin made up his mind. Before we clean up the photo studio, we decided to hold the last small exhibition. I hung black and white pictures in the town hall. And on one wall, the picture of his wife, Jung-suk, was displayed the largest. The villagers were surprised. Wow, was there a picture of you smiling so brightly? Youngjin nodded quietly. This is my last work. It's the best picture of my life. On the last day of the exhibition, Youngjin held the microphone in front of people. I've taken pictures of so many people all my life, but the picture of the person you love the most, I could hardly leave anything behind. That was my lifelong regret. But even if it's like this, I'm glad I could show her to the world. Everyone, you can see your loved ones. Don't hesitate to leave it. Someday, that will be the greatest consolation. People applauded with tears in their eyes. After the exhibition, Youngjin turned off the lights in the photo studio for the last time. There was a picture of his wife in his hand. He smiled and whispered, Jung-suk, you can stop waiting now, because you are already left on all my days. That night, Youngjin left the picture at his bedside. I closed my eyes quietly. The last film in the photo studio. An old man's love that he regretted for the rest of his life. At the last moment, it was a story of finding light again. Through the miracle of photography, even the moments we hesitated and missed, maybe it's left in a different way. I don't know if it will come back to us. So today, keep your loved ones on camera. One day, the picture will be your greatest consolation.